Welcome to Code Gilbert YouTube channel. Today we are focusing on how to create form validation. Let's start. We have our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript file created. We start to add our form tag. Let's create a header. Log in. Label the username. Set input type to text and ID of username. Set an inline element small, then we break the line. Label for password. Set input type to password ID of password. Set inline element span and we break the line. Finally, we add our button for submission. We set button value to submit. Let's run and check it. Now in our CSS file, first, the body selector. This styles the entire web page. It uses Flexbox to center everything both horizontally and vertically. The width and height properties ensure it fills the entire browser window. Next, the label selector. This styles our form labels. It adds 15 pixels of left margin for spacing and sets the font size to 18 pixels for clear readability. Now, the input selector. This styles all text and password fields. It removes default borders and outlines for a clean look. The 16-pixel border radius creates soft, rounded corners. The dual box shadow creates that modern neumorphic effect, a white inset shadow at the top left and a light gray shadow at the bottom right. Moving to the small selector. This styles our error messages. It positions them 50 pixels from the left and colors them red for immediate attention. The span selector, also for error messages, with red color, 14-pixel font size, and consistent 50-pixel left margin. Now the button selector. This styles our submit button. It has top and left margins for positioning, padding for size, and the same dual shadow effect as the inputs to maintain design consistency. The form selector. This styles the form container itself. It has vertical padding for breathing room and inset shadows that make the form appear slightly recessed into the background. The H2 selector. This centers our form title horizontally. Finally, the H1 selector. This positions our main page title absolutely at the top of the page, centered with a small margin below. Now let's explore the JavaScript validation code step by step. First, we get our form element by its ID myForm. This connects our JavaScript to the HTML form we built. Next, we try to get the username and password values immediately. But here's an issue. We're getting the values when the page loads, not when the user submits. These will be empty strings initially. We also select our error message elements, the span for password errors and small for username errors using query selector. Now, the event listener. We attach a submit event to our form. When the user tries to submit, we prevent the default page reload with prevent default. Then we call our two validation functions. Let's examine check username. This function validates the username. First, it checks if the username is empty and shows an error. Then it checks if it's longer than 10 characters. Notice we're checking the length property of the input value. Now check password. This has more complex validation. First, it checks for empty password. Then it validates length. Not more than 15 characters, not less than 5. Then we have an issue. Checking if the password equals an array of numbers. This will never be true because we're comparing a string to an array object. The intention was probably to check for numbers in the password. Finally, there's a check for lowercase, but we're comparing the password value to the string lowercase instead of checking if it contains lowercase letters from our array.
Now our form validation is ready. Let's check it out. Very nice and if functioning.